What's going on, everybody? So we're starting a couple minutes late here, guys, but we have a super special training for you guys. We're going to be talking about how to turn leads into sales. So yesterday with Andre, we talked about, how do we create content that gets people into our world, right? But now that we have those people into our world, how do we actually turn those people into sales, right? Now, this is a really cool training because we're going to be talking about how do we recognize certain people, right? You've probably created content and some people are like tire kickers. Some people they're not going to ever buy, right? But with this special training, we're going to be showing you how to recognize the buyers from the people that are just there to either spam your account or just not buy, right? So really, really excited. Now, this person, she started in June of 2021. So not that long ago. She's already cleared over $10,000 in sales with multiple programs. She's one of my students and she's been crushing it, right? And she's in the trenches right now. She's building her business. But yeah, I want to introduce Jasleen Kaur. What's going on, Jasleen? How's it going?
Hi, I'm good, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So happy to have you on
Yeah,
here. Now,
yeah.
Guys, if you guys are on this live, comment hashtag live down below, but also let me know where you're watching from. And we're actually in day number 2 of the TikTok challenge. And day number 1 was absolutely amazing. Super, super excited because throughout this whole challenge, we're going to be pushing you guys to create content, right? But we also have to figure out how can we turn that content into actual sales. So Jasleen's going to be going into that. Now, Jasleen, just give me a quick 1 or 2 minute intro on how you got started into affiliate marketing and a little bit about your backstory. And then after that, we'll go into the actual training itself.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It's a little I can hear you.
Background
Go
is
ahead
in
and
the
just
services. Oh, okay. So my background is in mental health services. So for many, many years, I worked in that sector. I was at a management level. So what that meant for me was I was closing sales in that role. Anyway, I was closing sales with authorities, government authorities, 6-7 figure sales. In 2019, I gave birth to my daughter. So at the end of my maternity, question of do I want to go back to a role that was very challenging and demanding, or do I want to stay at home? So coincidentally, COVID hit, and then there was not many jobs out there, and the site that I was working at unfortunately closed down. So I was basically forced to come online as a VA. I have done social media management. I've done drop shipping. So I've had my fair share of challenges. I was about to give up, and then I came across affiliate marketing with Legendary. I tried that. I had some success. There was still something missing, which was traffic. And when I came across your program, Jonathan, in the beginning of June, I took the 3Ds to my jigsaw. I then went ahead and implemented what I was learning. But then when I started seeing results, I wanted more results. Obviously, I wanted more money. I then invested into Freedom Breakthrough 2.0 with Daniel. He mentored me and coached me for a while. Now here we are. Basically, I've never looked back since.
That's awesome. Well, you've really grown since you've joined Freedom Breakthrough, and one of the biggest things that I love, just being a course creator, is seeing people or seeing students that started and they're actually seeing results because, and this is all because of you. Yes, you went through the program, but you actually took action on what you were learning. And I think that's a big difference, from people that see results and people that don't. So super excited to have you on here and to showcase, an up and coming super affiliate, because I think you're really going to be crushing it here in the next year, especially with your framework. So let's go ahead and just go right into the training. So you're going to be talking about turning leads into sales, but you said you had like a certain framework, right? Like like where you can figure out like who's a buyer, who's not a buyer. So yeah, if you want to just go ahead and take over, we can answer questions at the end. This is going to be your training. However you want to do that, we'll go ahead and get started.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to share my screen with you now then.
Okay.
Can you see my screen, Jonathan?
Yes, you're good to go. You're good to go. Now, guys, before we get started, let me know if you guys watched yesterday's training. That was amazing because we showed you how to create content. But today we're going to be showing you guys how to convert that content into sales. Conversion is so important. So let me know if you were on yesterday's training. Just type in day 1 down below. With that being said, Jasleen, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Right, so we're going to talk about how to turn a cold lead into a red hot buyer. Like Jonathan said, any questions, just drop them in the comments and we can answer them as we go along or at the end. So what I'm going to be covering is basically some of the things that I've learned, okay, which is identifying your prospects. I've broken this up into 4 groups. I'm going to talk through each group and share that with you. I'm going to then talk about why they will buy from you, which is something that I think is really important. And tonality, which is a hidden language. Now, this is something that affects everything that you do as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and my 3-step framework. So what the framework that I exactly use step by step to close high ticket sales. And as a bonus, I'm going to talk about mindset because like I said, that's something very close to my heart. Mental health, overcoming limiting beliefs is something very, very close to me. So I'm going to give you a few tips and strategies about how you can overcome your limiting beliefs and build a better mindset. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this. So let me just scroll back up. Prospecting. So prospecting correctly can make you a lot of money, but the opposite as well, it can make you no money as well if it's done incorrectly. So it's the one skill that's gonna a lot of people actually ignore, and this then causes harm to their business, right? So it's not just about finding people, it's also about qualifying them, or even so removing them from your friends list or your email list. So what happens, like I said, if you don't prospect properly or you don't learn the skill of prospecting is you're going to come across as salesy and desperate, and that's going to make you sound very uncertain. And that's going to then make you lose authority and credibility, which then is going to obviously affect your business and your sales. So learning the art of prospecting is very important. So prospecting is about people. Now, we want to obviously find the right people. Now, from my experience, there's 4 categories that your prospects can be broken up into. So the first one is the stressed out and frustrated person, okay? I'll go into detail about each of them once I've gone through what they are. The second one is the window shopper. The third one is the type of person that's dragged into the situation. And the last one is the curious person. So let's go back to the first one, the stressed out and frustrated customer. This is your best customer. These are the people that you need to be looking out for. Why? Because they're already stressed out, they're already frustrated, they've got money, they want results. Okay, so if your products, so for example, if they are frustrated about YouTube, so we know that Jonathan's got a very intensive module about YouTube. You know that that's the answer to this, to their problem. So you can delicately approach that person and offer them the program because that's a perfect fit for them. Because they're already stressed out and frustrated, they're going to go ahead and join your program. So they're going to basically hand the money over to you without any questions asked because they want results and answers. The next person is the window shopper. So these are the sort of people that know what affiliate marketing is. There's a lot of programs in front of them and they just need a bit of a nudge in the right direction. So this is a perfect opportunity for you to step in, have a conversation with them, find out what they actually want, what are they looking for, and offer them. That's all. Offer them the program that you are offering or working with and tell them why it's a good fit for them. Okay. And the next one is a curious person. This is a big no-no. So this is a type of person that does not want to spend money. I know I have had my experience with this. This is a sort of person that just wants free information, which is good, but they're not going to spend money. So Try not to spend too much time with this individual. The last one is the person that's dragged into the situation. They've got no idea what's going on and there's no intention of buying. They just want to chit chat with you. So from my experience, it's usually the creepy people that just slide into your inbox and want to have a chat or, have a weird conversation and start sending pictures. Just ignore them. Move on to the first two categories, which is your stressed out and frustrated customer and the window shopper. That's basically the 4 types of prospects that you should be looking out for. The first one and the second one is the best customer. They will literally hand over their money to you if you approach the situation delicately, strategically, and professionally. And I'm going to move on to that as well in a minute. Okay, so the next part, like I said, is why will somebody buy from you? Okay, what makes you different from all the hundreds and thousands of other affiliates out there? And you need to show this through your credibility and your personality. Okay, if they can relate to you, this will increase the trust factor, but more importantly, are you genuinely solving a problem for them, or is it just about money? Yes, money is a factor, but you need to be ethical in what you do, which brings me back to the first 2 categories of prospects. The frustrated one, the stressed out one, just wants a result. And if your program can genuinely give them that result, again, offer it to them and close the sale. So how to create credibility or be authentic, especially as a beginner, okay? This is through creating unique content and sharing your story and your online journey. And I'll share a little story about that as well, how I got my first sale. So I was interviewed by a guy called Benjamin many, many months ago, and I was very new to the field at that point. And in the interview, I shared my story. I was just being unique, sharing who I am, where I'm from, and my backstory. And because I shared my story in that interview, I got my first customer from that because they saw my video, they connected, she was relatable to me, and I went ahead and closed the sale. It was literally as simple as that. Now, I'm not saying that you have to wait to be interviewed. You can do this just from TikTok or your Facebook post by sharing, not your whole life, but maybe, if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you're in a 9-to-5 or whatever it is that you're doing, just share that, be unique, and create content that gives you credibility, okay? And also, another point is that you guys are already more than likely in the 3-day program, or you've got Freedom Breakthrough 2.0. So you are already a few steps ahead of somebody that's looking to join the program. So it would be really a good idea for you to share what you are learning, what you find easy, what you find difficult, what you are, your challenges that you are facing. Share that on your TikTok, create a video, create a series, or even on your Facebook post, create a post sharing your journey and how it's making you feel and what you are doing to overcome those challenges. So somebody that's new and looking to get into the program know they can pair it with you and start. But more importantly, like I said, what are you offering them that differentiates you from all the other affiliates? Such as, like, for example, when anybody that joins with me, they'll get access to my coaching and accountability. They get access to all my resources and tools. And I help them 24/7 on a 24/7 basis. They get unlimited support. So what are you doing to make that person want to buy from you, right? What are you offering them? I'm not saying you have to offer all of that, but you need to sit down and write down what else can you give them, create an irresistible offer. Now, to do this, okay, some people have a high action threshold and a low pain threshold, okay? And our aim is to lower their action threshold and higher their pain threshold so that we can provide a solution to their pain, which is making money online. Now, what I mean by that is basically people know that they want to start an online business, but they don't know why. And the why is what we need to bring to the surface and create that emotion, that pain, and use that to actually go ahead and close that sale. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more further along the line. So that's that. So tonality, okay. So as we're talking to our prospects, it's not just about, hi, Bob, this is a program that's going to help you get results. That's very flat it's just like you're not going to buy from that person, are you? So tonality is a hidden language of many successful entrepreneurs. You can impact the whole conversation with a few words and attaching tonality. This is a much more powerful media that registers with someone on an emotional level, not logical. Okay, remember, like I said before, we want to bring the emotion, the pain to the surface. So having a great product to promote is important, but having an unconscious connection is more important as well. People normally based on emotion, but then justify it with logic. I do it all the time. I'm pretty sure you guys do it all the time as well. So the pro tip here is the emotion is when somebody is what closes the deal. Okay, your emotion level, how you bring the pain to the surface, use that to go ahead and close the sales. So for example, if somebody's stuck in a 9 to 5, I already know they're going to be stuck in traffic using public transport. They're going to be scheduled. They can't have breaks when they want to. They can't go on annual leave when they want to. Lack of family time. The list could go on. And it's my responsibility when I'm talking to them to bring that to the surface and highlight those pain points. Okay. So how to have an unconscious and powerful tonality. You need to present yourself as being sharp, enthusiastic, and a figure of authority. And this is the art of not blowing it, not blowing the sale and missing a big sale, okay? You might not know it all. I know that I didn't know it all when I started. I learned as I went along. But what I also learned is that I'm already 10 steps ahead of that person. So that gives me authority immediately. And then showing up and being sharp and enthusiastic and excited about what I'm going to offer them just closes the sale in an instant. So I hope that makes sense. So what is my 3-step framework? Okay. So this is the exact framework that I use when talking to somebody. So when I'm having a conversation with a prospect, I don't just build rapport by asking the usual, how's your day, nice picture, what's the weather like? Instead, what you should be doing is building rapport whilst unfolding their pain points. So asking specific questions related to their business and also sharing your own experience whilst being sympathetic and authentic. The psychology of this is behind to show that you understand their pain. There's a mistake there. So the psychology behind this is to show that you understand their pain, and this will then strategically lead us to step 2. So once we've built the rapport, we've got the conversation going, the next step is to intensify the emotional pain threshold and lowering the action threshold and handling their objections. Okay. And we do this by holding authority and bringing them back to the straight line and moving them to the goal, which is to close the sale and then fulfill our promises as we make our offer for them. So let me explain that. You've got A and you've got Z, okay? We have done the first step, okay? And we want to get them to Z. Now, as we are talking to this person, they are going to go off the line that you're on. They're going to go off to Pluto, they're going to go off to Mars, and they're going to go off and talk about the dog and the parrot next door or whatever. Now, you need to maintain control of that conversation and bring them back to why you were talking with them. Now, I know this sounds hard, but it's really easy once you get the hang of it. So once you brought them back and highlighted the pain points again, step 3 is simply to move them along the line to go ahead and close the sale. So we've uncovered the pain points, we've provided the medication for the pain, you've doctorated the issue and handled their objections, okay? By the end of this whole process, they will literally hand you their money over. I guarantee that, because this is the exact process that I use, okay? And I'm sure that Jonathan or anybody else can agree that this is a very streamlined, highly effective strategy. But let me remind you that this process should be used ethically and with the right intentions. So that's that. Again, if you got any questions, just drop them in the comments. So mindset, okay. This is something, like I said, really close to my heart. So And I'll tell you why. So before you start affiliate marketing or any online business, you need to make sure that your mindset is in check. Okay. Yes, you are going to have limiting beliefs. Yes, you are going to face challenges as you go on in your journey, but your beliefs are a powerful tool that can change the way you see the world. The right set of beliefs can create a roadmap to success for yourself. But so that we can achieve this, you need to build a set of beliefs, okay? Because we're not all born with a 100% success belief system, right? So to do this, we have to rewire the whole belief system that we already have in our brains. So I know from my own experience, and you probably have as well, we've all been exposed to some kind of negativity and trauma throughout our lives, okay? And that can be anything that you've been through in life. And we always hold on to this unconsciously. And these thoughts are those experiences create thoughts that hold us back from reaching our true potential. So for me, if you guys don't already know my story, I'll share that with you. My mum and dad are from India, and basically they never spoke a word of English. So I've always struggled speaking English. So I grew up speaking my mother tongue, which is Punjabi. And so when I went to school, I had a special teacher just to teach me English. So that's one limiting belief that I had. I still struggle with it today, okay? So don't think that is cleared. So as I was growing up, the language barrier was an issue for me. But then when I got to 17, I was in a situation where I was married off to a stranger, and I was a victim of all sorts of abuse from a lot of different people. And I went through my prime years of life from the age of 17 to 28, struggling as a single mother. I had no support, no family, and I had to go through a lot of therapy in order to get to where I am today. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I know the progress I've made. And a part of me overcoming all this was overcoming my limiting beliefs, okay? And I'm going to share with you some of the steps that I took whilst in therapy to overcome the trauma that I had suffered from a very young age. So you need to have clarity, okay? You need to be clear on what you want to achieve and how you want your life to look. Defining a concise and clear goals is something that will help you along this journey. So you need to be very clear on why you are doing affiliate marketing, what you want to achieve, how you are going to achieve it, and then take action, okay? Because humans are goal pursuing machines, okay? You have to replace your limiting belief that you have with something it can strive for, okay? So affirmations are very similar to beliefs and can be structured in a way that you use them throughout your journey. You can turn your beliefs into affirmations. This will help you to manifest your goals. And the more you tell yourself something, the more you will begin to believe it. So instead of saying, I don't know how to create a funnel, I don't know how to use YouTube, I don't know how to create a TikTok, how about you actually go in, look at what Jonathan's teaching us, okay, and learn, listen, learn, and implement. It's literally as simple as that. And as soon as you start looking at it, you will realize that you can actually do this. It's easier to do than actually what your mind was telling you to do, okay? But recognizing that you have a limiting belief is actually a good sign of being self-aware. So once you start recognizing this, you just simply replace the negative with the positive. For example, like I said, I can't do this. Instead, you can say, I can do this because I will learn, okay? And just remember, the past does not define you or your future. This is the one thing that really changed my perspective on life. So in our culture, being divorced with a child is very taboo and shameful. Like, that's what I was told. But actually, it's not, because that's who I am. I was accepted into a massive family back home. Everyone loves me, my children. So whatever I would have gone through did not define me, okay? And that does not define you either. So just because you've been through something in life doesn't mean that good things cannot happen to you, okay? And I know it's not easy, right? It's not easy to replace the limiting beliefs that you may have, because this is what you have been told to believe. But honestly, you need to get out of your own way. So a pro tip that's helping me right now is, if you vision a dream, so you have a vision of a income goal, you're visioning a certain lifestyle, a dream home, a car, it's simply because it's meant for you, okay? You just need to start taking actions towards that, and that's what's going to get you closer to your goals. So I hope this all made sense. I know I do talk a bit fast,
No,
but I
this
hope,
is amazing.
and thank you. So
Wow.
yeah, that's it.
Jasleen, that was absolutely incredible. Well, first of all, I didn't know that about your story, and I just want to thank you for going into that. That was really, really good. I mean, the whole framework of like how you do the prospecting, and then you shift it to the mindset. Like that's what people really need to hear, because we can give
Yeah,
people all the frameworks, all the strategies,
yeah,
the hacks, but at the end of the day, it's like it's the mindset. It's that's the thing that's
yeah.
holding us back. At least that's what held me back too. But I just want to thank you for going into your story and being open to be able to tell
It's
that, because I'm sure
okay.
that's hard.
I could talk all day on these sort of things. Like I just get so excited about sharing this with people, and because I know you know yourself, been through the whole process, and so many people just hold back and they're so scared of just getting in front of the camera. And I just think, just do it. Like there's no harm, just do it, and the more you do it, the more you get used to it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, it took me over 10 years to get on camera, because it was crazy. Because I
Wow.
yeah, because I knew the power of YouTube back in 2010. Actually, yeah, it was funny. I actually started a channel, but it was literally I didn't even talk. I didn't show my face. That's how scared I was. I
Okay.
came from like I have my own stuff where I just didn't want to get on camera. But
Yeah.
seeing this, I wish I would have seen this 10 years ago. I would have started a channel back then. Like this was just absolutely incredible. Really, I mean, look at the comments; it's blowing up. Like people are loving this. Like I did not expect
Is
this. Like this
it?
is amazing. I really, really enjoyed it
Really?
myself. Yeah, I took a ton of
Oh,
notes.
thank you. That means a lot to me.
For sure, for sure. So let's do this. If you want to do some Q&A, if you want to go through the
Yeah.
comment, and while we're doing that, if you want to go through the comments, guys, what did you guys think of the presentation? For me, I got a lot from it, guys. Like the 4 types of prospects. Like
Oh,
this is
wow.
huge, because a lot of people will tend to waste your time, and you got to know exactly, who's going to be the buyer and who's just going to be there
Yeah.
to waste your time. So I'm just curious, did you guys write notes? Like who's the buyer that you guys need to look for? I wrote it down. Type it down below if like who's the top 2 people that you need to look for when you're looking for a buyer. I wrote it down. I don't know if anyone else did. Type it down below. I'm curious if you guys wrote it down. But look at that. We have a ton of people. Wow, this is such an
Yeah.
awesome presentation. Let's see here. Prospecting is very powerful. Stressed and window shopper. Yeah, someone got it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, stressed and
I'm just going.
frustrated, and then window shopper. Awesome. Let me see here. Yep. Cool. Well, if you want to go through any of the questions that you see, there's a lot of comments in there. Do you see them? Do you see the questions?
Yeah, I see them. I'm just going through. I'm going back through them. Like the straight line persuasion, Namita. Yes, it is. So what do you answer if someone wants to know how much you make? That's from Massive Make Passive Profits. So what do you answer if someone wants to know how much you make? So what I do, so once I've gone through the conversation, in my head, I want to get them on the call. So at the moment, that's the strategy that I'm using. So I take them through the conversation process and take them through the process of highlighting the pains and telling them why this program is worth it. And at the end, they ask for the price. I tell them the price is 1497 or a 3-month payment plan, and I shut up. I do not say anything because I don't want to distract them. So I say the price and I'm quiet. That's it. And then I just go ahead and send the over and close the sale. That's it. There's no harm in, like, there's nothing to be shameful of. Like, there's programs that are like 10K, 15K, 20K, people pay because it solves a problem. And you need to remember that you're solving a problem for them. Basically, whatever you ask for, if you do it the right way.
Yeah, no, and that's huge because I think a lot of people are like almost scared to ask for the sale when, if you truly believe in the program you're promoting, then like you shouldn't be afraid, right? Like, like you said, there's people that have $100,000 programs, but if it solves the problem that person is looking to find, right, or looking to get, then there's no reason why they wouldn't buy. The reason they're not buying is because you haven't provided the value for them, right? Like I think most people try to sell something. It's like, oh, like here's affiliate course, go ahead and buy it, right? But what you said in the training is
that's
we get it from A to Z, right? But we got to figure out what is it that they actually want, right? What's the pain that's holding them back, right? How would we get them from pain to pleasure? So that's awesome. Anyway, Saab, is there any other questions in there that you see? There's probably a ton in there. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and type them down.
I'm just going through them now.
Yeah, no worries.
I need to join Jasleen. Okay. That's funny.
There's a lot of new questions if you want to see those. There's a ton of questions.
Yeah, I'm scrolling down. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you have any tips for attracting the frustrated prospect over the others? So that's by Blue Collar Breakthrough. And thank you for all your kind comments. So do you have any tips for attracted prospects over the others? Yes. Your content, credibility, authority, and your offer. So your content is going to give you credibility and authority because you're sharing your knowledge and your experience. So that shows that you hold authority. And your offer, like I can't stress this enough. What are you actually offering people that's going to make them want to buy from you? What makes you different from anybody else? So if you can overcome those two, that frustrated prospect will come to you. I know because I've only now actually started getting inbound messages. Before it was outbound. So now I have people come to me because I built up my omnipresence and I have an irresistible offer. So those are the two things that are going to help people come to you, and being consistent as well. Don't just do it for like a week and then you think you're going to be a millionaire. It doesn't work like that. You have to be consistent every single day, whether you want to or not. Like, believe me, let me tell you about today. So I've got a back issue. I've got back problems. I've got 2 kids. My son's 12 and my daughter is 2. Dropped my son off at school, came home, worked on this presentation, did my networking, went back and picked my son up from school, meanwhile looking after my daughter, came home, got stuck in traffic. I'm here now, and I know I've got some work to do afterwards. And that's every single day for me. I know how consistent I am and how much this means to me. So you have to be really consistent with this and come over the challenges that you face every single day, no matter what.
I love that. You're a problem solver, and that's what we need as an entrepreneur or affiliate market entrepreneur. You have to be a problem solver because something is gonna happen, right? Like problems are gonna arise. And I like what you said earlier.
Yeah.
When people have like these things that hold them back, well, it's like, well, just go figure it out, right? Yes, you have the course, but you're still gonna have to go figure out little things that happen.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about what you just said. It's like you're a problem solver. That's huge. So thank you.
Thank you. So this one here, I can't see the name of the person. It says, when you find your way, steps did you take? So what helped me find my way was Acton's program. Like that's what I knew how to set up all the systems from the previous program I did. So I had to create a funnel, email responder, and all that. The missing piece was traffic and how to get traffic to my destination. So once I took that program, I was consistent with it. I then invested. Okay. what I say to people, you guys all want to make 10K, 15K a month, but you're not willing to invest. So the step I took was I invested. Okay. Daniel helped me so much. Like I remember at night on the phone to him, Daniel, I'm not making no sales. And he supported me. So you need to invest with somebody that can support you and implement what they are teaching you. Okay. So steps that I took. I've got another question here. How do you suggest people advertising their links when they don't have 1,000 followers? So when I started, I didn't have. I had a business account. Now I know some people say that don't have a business account, but I had it specifically for the link, and I just posted videos every single day, and I followed what Jonathan was teaching. So you can do that, or you can wait till 1,000 followers, or your call to action could be to your Facebook group or your profile. So that's another really good thing to have. And then obviously take the process from there.
Yeah, love it.
So what if you have no results and selling a high ticket program? How would you go about doing that? Can I just reference other people's results? So what if you have no results and selling? So first of all, like I want to ask you, how long you've been doing it? Do you have credibility and do you have content? Okay. Yes, you can reference other people's results. I don't think anyone's going to have any, no one's going to say, but you need to realize that when you're starting out, if in your mindset you've got results and sell, nobody's going to buy from you. In the beginning, you should literally just be creating an omnipresence and sharing your knowledge about what you're learning, the challenges. As you do that, the sales will naturally follow, right? But yeah, I don't think like anyone's going to say no if you want to share the results. Just go ahead with the question. If you ask, you don't get.
Yeah, love it.
So Nadia's got a question here. What is your time frame, Jasleen, on your process? So the time frame is dependent on two, because I'm in the UK and then there's got people all over the world. So that is obviously a big factor that I have to consider. And the second is basically how quick I can get them on a call, because you need to remember that people have lives, they're working, they've got jobs, commitments. So I always work around them and my schedule is around them. So if they say, but I try to get them on a call within 24 to 48 hours, and that's just, and if they know I've got the solution, they'll agree to that, or straight away within the same day if I can, if they're available too.
Awesome.
Oh, can you explain again how you prospect? Who is a buyer versus who's just getting info? Yeah, Lydia. Hey, Lydia Daly. So how I prospect is I look for 4 groups of people, okay? The first group is the frustrated and stressed out customer. The second is the window shopper. The third is the curious. And the fourth one is just the person who's just going to waste your time. And I'll go into them. So the frustrated customer is basically somebody that's probably done another program. They've not got any results, or they don't understand, or there's nobody to help them, and they want to get, okay? They're desperate to get results, they don't get out of the situation, and they're just looking for someone to guide them and hold them and show them how things are done. They will hand the money over to you, okay? The second one is the window shopper. So this is somebody that maybe has seen some of your videos about affiliate marketing. They're interested, but they're being prospected by 10 other people, because that does happen, right? And they just want to know what the right program is them before they invest, which is a good opportunity for you to go in, create an irresistible offer, and show them your program for them. The curious one, ladies, I'm sure you can agree with this, is the creepy guys in your inbox that just says, hello, dear, hello, beautiful. Ignore them, just delete, block, carry on. Okay, so that's that.
I love it.
Okay, so don't be afraid to ask for the sale. No, don't be afraid. Why are you afraid? For someone who started in affiliate marketing, okay, this looks like a good one. So I can't see the name, but they're saying basically for someone who's just started in affiliate marketing, what would be your response if a prospect asks you for proof that their success in the industry? You can get testimonials. There's hundreds and thousands of testimonials. Jonathan's sales page has got testimonials. If you're in Jonathan's group or Daniel's group, there's testimonials there. Use them. Yes, I hope that answers the question.
Awesome.
I think that's just it. Yeah, that's the bottom of the questions, I think. Oh, no, there's more.
Yeah, and real quick, guys, if you guys can type in a hashtag goal down below, because I am getting some golden nuggets, guys. So type in a hashtag gold. We'll do a few more questions. I don't know if you got to go soon, Jasleen, but we can do a few more questions, and then we could make sure.
No, my kids are fed. They're watching cartoons, so they're okay.
Okay, sounds good. All right, cool.
One question
goal down below.
There's one question from Helen. How long have you been doing affiliate marketing? Helen, I started affiliate marketing in April, but officially when I started, I'd sent with Jonathan's program. That's sort of when I came online and started to create my omnipresence. And this is what I do full time now. I don't do anything else. This is just what I do.
That's awesome. Congrats on that. Yeah. That's a huge step.
Gold. Yeah, everybody likes gold, right?
Yeah, I love it. I got a lot from this myself, especially with the mindset. I think mindset's so huge when it comes to being successful in here. So this is perfect. Awesome. Well, Jasleen, where can everyone find you? Is it Facebook, TikTok? Like, what's your main platform?
So I'm focusing mainly on Facebook. So I'll just probably drop a comment below, and you guys can just search my name and reach out to me on Facebook.
Perfect. Yeah, guys. So go follow her on Facebook. Reach out to her if that's okay with her, and follow her journey. Do you have a TikTok? You have a TikTok as well, right?
I do. My TikTok is Success with Jasleen.
Success with Jasleen. Awesome. Guys, if you guys can type in her TikTok down below, also her Facebook, and you can go through back in the comments and reply to people if you want, or however you want to do that. But anyways, Jasleen, thank you so much for coming on. This was such an amazing training. Thanks for going into your story. I think that's huge. I think people really appreciate that, and they love the openness of that. So awesome. Well, if there's anything else you want to say or last parting words, go ahead and do that. If not, we'll go ahead and get off.
I just think that make most of this challenge that you've got for the next 9 days we've got left, and ask questions. Like, don't hide away, okay, guys? I know it's scary getting in front of camera for the first time, and you probably got a lot of questions. Just reach out, if not in the group, personally message, either Jonathan, myself, or anybody else. Like, we're here to help you guys and get you results. So yeah, don't be afraid of asking questions. And remember, you can do this. Thank you, Nadia. You just put up my TikTok. That's great. So yeah, let's man. It's going to be a good couple of days, and let's make up money. And yeah.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, and I have one more thing too. I like what Johnny said. Like, the goal here is to push you guys to create content. And then, I brought in these super affiliates and up and coming super affiliates to show you what they're doing, to show you what's working, right? Because I really want to help you guys, because November and December, this is the time where you got to go. I'm going to be creating the most content I have ever created on YouTube, TikTok, IG Reels ever, because this is when I make the most money, because this is when you start gaining momentum. And then when January, February starts, now you have a ton of content, a ton of momentum going into January, February, and into the new year. So go hard right now. There's no reason to stop. Okay, put your pedal to the metal and just go. All right, this is the time. That's why I created the challenge at this very specific time. So guys, really excited for the last few days here. Thank you again, Jasleen, and everyone who's in the 10-day challenge.
Okay.
We'll see you guys on the next one. God bless.
Thank you for having me, Jonathan.
Of course. You have